Hello, everybody. We are finally going to go wicked for good today. So I wasn't sure I was going to do this either, because we'll talk about it in my we'll talk about it in my Zootopia trailer when we get to that. But let's just say when I put on my wicked for good, there's not a lot of views on it. I'm not sure what it is. I reached for 2K. We got to 209, so I can't complain. But still, but it would be nice, to get up there with all the other Wicked trailers, because I reacted to mostly all of them at this point, because from you guys requested me some. I looked at it. I was very curious to find out what was happening. So yeah. But anyway, besides that, not the point. But yeah, besides that, we are going to look at Wicked for Good. I'm so sorry to delay, like I said, in my Wizard's reaction to that. I have been struggling with my anxiety a bit and just negative thoughts and stuff. So yeah, but obviously you're not here for that. So that's why the reason why these videos are coming out so late in advance as well. So not only we've got this beautiful poster of Glinda and Alphaba there. I love that poster. I love how they're on a yellow brick road. Oh, I love. We'll get to it later on, but some of the shots on the yellow brick road. Some of the shots on the yellow brick road, are phenomenal. So we get to those a little bit later on in this video as well. So not only we've got this new poster of them, but we've got some other posters of Glinda and Alphaba. I've only seen a couple of these. So I think the first two I've seen, they're pretty good. As well, you got one with Glinda in the bubble, and then you got Alphaba as well. I wish there was a poster of her flying. That would have been a really good idea, like her on the broomstick flying around the place. Oh, I would have loved to see that. Because obviously they're promoting this movie now. I think there's been a couple of TV spots out, because this comes out November 21st. I'm not sure if it comes out before Zootopia or after Zootopia. I haven't checked, so I'll probably check on that as well, because I'm going to see Zootopia 2 as well when it releases as well. Here as well. So yeah, so they're really good posters, but the last one of Glinda, I'm like, what the heck are you wearing, Glinda? Like, what? Like, she's going to the Met Gala, which I love the idea, but I'm like, I don't understand the concept of that. But they're all pretty good. I like the first two I only saw, and they're also really good, posters as well. Also, not only we've got posters, we've got some dolls that have been released. Now, I've only seen a couple of these, so Mattel Australia, which is an online store, is doing apparently they're doing like a big sale. Although, to be honest with you, they're delayed on their, timing. I'm not sure why that is. I think they have to, somehow work that out. Because some of the dolls now, because of the tariffs and everything, whole another story, because of the tariffs and everything, we are getting more dolls exclusively to stores. I'm like, I wish it wasn't only exclusively in America. Sometimes it isn't. But because of this tariff thing that Donald Trump said, you have to pay taxes now when you buy something in America, which is crazy and ridiculous. But I guess in some ways it's a good opportunity to release Monster High dolls. I've seen new Monster High dolls in stores now. It's fantastic. So I'm glad we're getting those as well. Also, speaking of the other Wicked dolls, there are still some of the shelves a bit. I haven't got any of them as well. But yeah, but anyway, we've got some new dolls. So we have Alphaba and Glinda. We have Bubble Glinda. I wish there was like with Bubble Glinda. I think that's really cool. It's a deluxe one. I don't know why that is. She comes like in her outfit from the trailer that we're going to see later on. And I wish they would make like, even though the whole thing, the whole illusion's kind of broken because she's kind of like in the box with the bubble. I've kind of seen promotional pictures for this. I wish they had like an actual bubble. Oh, that would be a good idea. See, I'm coming up with all ideas. Universal, take some of my ideas. I can be handy as well. So I wish she was like an actual bubble, and you can like make her in the and make you have to like fit her into the bubble, because the bubble's round and the doll's like this big, right? So you would have to like do that. That's actually a really good idea. I think they should I consider doing that, because the boxes are not helping. As well. So we've got Alphaba Glinda, then we've got them in like their outfits, their iconic outfits, and then we've got the wizard as well. He's new. He didn't come with why did they put the wizard in this continuity? I guess we're gonna see more of him, I guess. I'm not sure. But by the way, I saw promotional pictures of him. He looks really good. He looks like Toby Goldblum. Oh my god, like some of the face molds, I guess that's why I haven't collected them, because some of the face molds on the dolls aren't the greatest. But Jeffrey Goldblum's doll design is fantastic. I'm like, ooh, maybe I should get him. We'll see. But he looks fantastic. Also, I love the outfit he wears in the movie. Very, very cool. I was like, I would wear that if that was, a thing as well, because I love those coats. Although we are in the middle of spring now, and it's a really hot day today. So I don't know if it's going to happen. But yeah. But anyway, yes. So we got him. And then apparently we got Dorothy. She's hardly not even in this trailer. Like, I looked and like, she's not hardly in the trailer. I didn't even know she's hardly in the movie, but we'll talk about later on why. Because sometimes when the movie has a release, like with The Set Is Rise of Red, the dolls came out before the movie came out. Like, I don't want the dolls to spoil the movie. You kind of worry about that as well. And I was like, I got them anyway because they're gonna, go out really quickly once you get these. You gotta get your hands on them very quickly. Once you find something, just grab it while you can, because it's very hard. I've had that situation, not the greatest, but But yeah, I'm not sure why she's in doll form. I think it's kind of a spoiler because we haven't seen her in the movie or the trailers just yet as well. So that's also very weird as well. Also, there are some other dolls of pre-sale Mattel, but they're pretty delayed as well, like I said as well. I was nearly going to get, because they have a Glinda doll from the first movie, where she's like in this beautiful get-up, and I kind of love it. I was nearly going to get her because I had to return a doll of mine that I wasn't happy with, as well. And then I decided to get Batman. I was nearly going to get her, but I'm like, I don't know. And I don't saw Batman. I'm like, oh yeah, Batman, because I'm doing a DC video very soon on Superman. Going to review that movie, so you'll obviously see my DC display as well at some point. He comes with like movable wings. Like, oh yeah, that's so up my alley. I'm a bit of a tomboy when it comes to boy toys as well. So yeah, so I got the Batman. He comes with like really cool gadgets as well. So cool, so Glinda as well. So that's really cool. But yeah, but all of them are on Amazon. I don't know if they hit the shops just yet, because Wicked. Last year, the actual dolls came out not way before the movie was released, but they came out after the movie was released. So it took them a while. So let's see if they can get these dolls on shelves. We can find them online, Mattel, like I said, Amazon. They're everywhere. Like if you Google Wicked dolls, they're everywhere. They're not all of them on the same site. So I think the Wizards on the Mattel site, and I think the Bubba Glinda is on the Amazon site. So yes, so they're not always going to be on the one site. There's different sites as well. Anywho, so when I reacted to the first trailer, I was pretty disappointed that we didn't see Dorothy. We'll talk about that later on. However, we'll see how this trailer goes. Like, I think the reason why my video's got low views, I'm happy with 200, but still, the reason I think that video has got low views, because I think there's no hype. When the first movie came out, there's a lot of hype. I'm not getting the same thing here. I'm not sure why that is, but that's how I personally feel. So yeah, so we'll see how this one goes. So we got the second trailer. Yeah, I saw it pretty good, but I was like, oh my god, this is freaking amazing. Like, what? So yeah, so I think they're starting to hype it up a little bit with the TV spots that I've seen as well. Also, thank goodness, because this is the final trailer. It's a little bit early for final trailer, because this movie doesn't come out to nearly the end of November. So isn't that also crazy? But I guess they're starting to ramp up, I'm guessing they're starting to ramp up the ad campaign for this movie as well, which is also fantastic. And thank God it's not all like 4 to 5 trailers as well, because I covered some of them. I did the musical one. I'm so glad they didn't reveal the music for this movie, but I think you get a little snippet here of some new music, which is kind of cool as well. Because I said in my other wicked reactions, like, why do a musical event trailer if you have trailers to promote the music with the new music in the trailers? You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird, but my few figures are 4 to 5 trailers. That was ridiculous. So you got the international trailer, you got the actual Wicked trailer, you got another Wicked trailer, you got the musical events TV spot. It was crazy. So thank God Universal decided, let's just do 2 trailers. I think in all fairness, 2 trailers, and it's good for me because I don't have to cover all 5 to 4 trailers from requests and stuff like that. But yeah, but anyway, besides that, let's look at Wicked for good, shall we?
It's more important than ever that you lift
I still like that
everyone's
outfit, I'm
spirits.
sorry. It's ridiculous.
As only you can.
Does that do what I think it does? No. No way. I'm obsessulated.
Associated, that's not
really
even a
sells
word.
it.
Because happy is what happens
Linda, the girl.
when all your dreams come true.
It's the Wicked Witch. You can wave that wand all you want, but you have no real power.
Oh, there's gonna be a fight happening.
I'm a public figure now. People expect me to
Fly.
be encouraging.
Oh wow, what's the brain going straight right into it?
You can't resist this.
Who could?
You know who could.
There's a house, and it's
Is that
full of
Dorothy?
stuff.
It
I'd love to see the
is.
wizard.
Ah, that was surprising. I didn't think they would say that.
Bring me the broom of the Wicked Witch of the West. So I have proof that she's dead.
Stop this. It's gone too far. Alphaba. They're coming for you.
Just look at me. Not with your eyes, with theirs.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason. Here's the plan. I have no plan.
Well, I do.
Oh, thank Oz.
Haven't you heard? I'm the Wicked Witch of the West.
The comet pulls the morning as it passes the sun, like a seed dropped by a skybird in the distance.
This is the work of the Wicked Witch.
Oh fuck off, Madam Marvel.
Haven't changed for the better because I'm in you.
What have you done to me?
Oh!
Because I'm in
Very
you.
spoiler.
Because I'm in you. I haven't changed. Think of what we could do together. For
Okay, that's surprisingly a really good trailer. I think the main thing for this movie that's going to sell it is we're finally getting the whole story kind of, but different standards of the story of the Wizard of Oz. And I think there's going to be a lot of Easter eggs in this movie because of the Wizard of Oz. So I'm very excited about that. We do we'll talk about it a little bit later on, but we do get to see a little bit again. I just wish we got to see Dorothy. I'm still upset about that. As well, because she's the main part of the Wizard of Oz and also Wicked. So I don't understand why they're hiding her up so much in the trailer. So, we see Tin Man, we see Caroline, we see Scarecrow, and no Dorothy. I'm like, Dorothy's a big part of it, so you do realize that, right? So we'll see how this goes as well. So we get this fairy tale kind of like ending. We get to see kind of what happens. I'm guessing we got Fiyero. It's kind of like a fairy tale happily ever after situation because we got Glinda and Fiyero there, and they're celebrating Glinda's big moment as well. So that's kind of cool. It's like, everything's good, everything's fine. It's a happily ever after, and every Disney story or Disney fairy tale starts with that. But then, bam! Alphabet comes in and she writes in the clouds, the wizard lied to us, or the wizard lies to us, or something. I can't remember the quote, but you know what I mean. So yeah, so it starts off beautiful and harmonious, and then Alphabet decides to crash the party. As well, kind of reminds me a little bit of Sleeping Beauty, because when they had the christening for Aurora, Bella crashed the party and cursed the infant baby. So it kind of reminds me of that feeling, that fairy tale, and this feeling to it as well. So I think that's really cool. Also, we've seen this shot before, but they've added a little bit of color to it, and that's obviously, the celebration, those are pink colors, and obviously that's the celebration of Glinda. I'm not sure what they're celebrating. I'm not sure. I don't know what they're celebrating. We'll find out in the movie maybe, but there's I heard somewhere there's like a tradition in some countries where they have color day, and you would throw like color powder on people. Have you heard that? I've seen that somewhere before, but I can't remember where. And it's interesting that the colors are pink and like light pale pink, and I think that's really cool contrast. I know we've seen this shot before, but it's really cool. Also, this is a reference to the original Wizard of Oz movie that Elphaba rides in the clouds, surrendered Dorothy. So that's kind of the same parallels there, but instead of the wizard as well. So that's really cool. I love the references to this movie already. I think it's going to be really, really cool as well. So that's great. That's really cool as well. Also, I was very worried and nervous how they would handle the bubble situation, because we only saw a bubble in the opening of the first movie. And I love the design of like her little carriage. It looks like a little carriage. They should sell that as a set. Oh my god, can you imagine Glinda in a bubble set? Imagine how many kids would just buy it off the shelves. I'm coming up with ideas left and right, like I said. But yeah, that would have been a really good idea for a doll with Glinda in a bubble, and you could just put her in the bubble and, pretend she's flying. That would have been a really good idea. But apparently they did not do that, so we'll see. I mean, it's fine, but, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But, but anyway, I love how it's like a little carriage. It's got like a little bubble, and she's like tapping the bubble, and she's having so much fun with it as well, as you can see from the trailer. And also reminds me a bit of the bubble from The Wizard of Oz, speaking of The Wizard of Oz, because that was made in 1939. And remember, technology was not around then, so they had to practicalize every single thing, like you see in the movie. Like I saw behind the scenes of The Wizard of Oz, and they had to practically use practical effects for every single thing. I'm not sure how they did that bubble effect so perfectly as well. And also, because the bubble is so light, I wonder how they did that. I'm curious to see behind the scenes of that, because that's interesting as well. Because a bubble, remember, a bubble is very light. And I read and I saw somewhere that when they did Toy Story 4, is an interesting fact, when they did Toy Story 4, right, the rain sequence with Bo Peep and Woody under the car underneath, that was raining, and someone said rain is very hard to animate. They did say that, because rain is like light. Rain isn't easy to animate. It's like it's very light, it's like very wet, so you have to get the contrast right to make it realistic. And they did a pretty good job in the movie, so I was very impressed by it. I'm like, wow, I did not know water, effects were so hard to do, like rain. When you think about water is very light. So when you wash your hands, basically, it's very light. So a bubble is also very light. So I'm curious to see how they did that. But they did a pretty good job. I really like the bubble effect. I hope we see it more. I don't know if it will, but, I think it's really cool as well. So we get Elphaba and Glinda talking to each other, okay? And I love how they're on the yellow brick road. Oh boy, we're gonna have so much fun with the yellow brick road, because in the first movie the yellow brick road wasn't even a thing, and now it is, So I'm curious to see how that plays out. We kind of see them building the yellow brick road, that kind of thing. That really gets me excited for the movie as well, because of that reason. Not only the Wizard of Oz, but references, and I think people are gonna love that as well. So yeah, so they're talking, and then they decide to fight each other. As well, you got wands and brooms, Glinda's going all for it. It's like, I can't say the word, but, when a woman fights in a movie, like, oh yeah, awesome, badass. So I as a female, I'm like, oh yeah, I love that as well. And also the shadow work as well is really interesting as well. You get a couple of shadow works. You kind of see the shadows kind of fighting as well with them on the yellow brick road, and with their wands, with Glinda's wand and Elphaba's broom. So that's really cool as well. Really good attention to detail as well. And also, I think that's from the Broadway play, that fight sequence as well. So I'm curious how many stuff they took away from the Broadway show as well, because it's a different story. They have different elements, but I'm curious to see how they implement that in the movie. So that'd be also interesting as well. So yeah, so I like that. I think it's from the Broadway musical, am I right? Yeah, because it had the same exact sequence in that movie. And kudos on the choreograph for this fight sequence. Whoever done that, you did a wonderful job. It looks fantastic. I like the shadow work. I like how, they're just, fighting with their... Although I gotta say, it might be very hard to fight in a dress. I'm not sure about Alphaba. She might have pants. She might have an easy juxtaposition when it comes to that. Because Glinda's a full ball gown. She's, I guess in a dress, but she's got pants underneath. So I think Alphaba might have advantage to that as well. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. But it looks so good so far. So can't wait. Also, we get this very interesting shot of Dorothy's house. Okay. So yeah, so that's Dorothy in the tornado from the original. And as you can see, guess who's conjuring up the storm? It's Madame Marble. So we've seen that from the teaser trailer that they put out as well. Like, she's conjuring this tornado, and obviously Alphaba sees this house coming through as well. I like how it's like a contrast of, because remember, Dorothy comes from a black and white world basically, and I'm curious to see how they implement the colors of that, because the Wizard of Oz story is very colorful, and also Wicked's very colorful as we've seen from the movie, but I'm curious to see how she transforms into color to black and white to color. That'd be very interesting to see as well. But yeah, but there she is. She's conjuring up the storm as well. So very interesting. Also, you can see our Glinda, guess whose house that is that collapsed. In Oz, that is Dorothy's house. She's she's against as well. I saw a behind the scenes photo of Alphaba behind Dorothy's house too. So obviously that takes place where fortunately, we'll get to that a little bit in a minute, but that's obviously the continuation of, if you've seen The Wizard of Oz, that's the continuation of when Alphaba's sister gets collapsed by a house, and from the original you can see that that as well, because that's a continuation from the same scene as well. So I'm curious to see how that plays out as well. So I was worried because sometimes stories change that, but I'm glad they're keeping it the same. Because if they change it, people are like, what? Why change that? That's a big monumental part of the movie. So I'm glad they kept that. And I was worried about that scene because I know what happens to what's her name? Oh no, Nessibros. Yeah, Nessibros. I know what happens to her, and they're obviously looking at the story and the what happens and they're obviously taking inspiration from the Wizard of Oz, but not too much, but making its own thing, even though it's more focused on Glinda and Alphaba's relationship here as well, which I think is very interesting as well. So yeah, so speaking of Nessibros, I don't know how I feel about this being spoiled, but we'll see how it goes. So that's her. She's floating in the air, and obviously, we'll talk about that later on. But that's obviously from the Broadway play, because remember, she's wheelchair bound as well. So we'll see what I think they might do some changes to the Broadway play as well. I think I heard somewhere that this is like an old term, like abscillist. I'm not sure if you've heard the word, but they might do some changes to the scene. Because disability is a big part. Is a big thing nowadays. So they probably might change a couple of things of what happens. Because I think in the Broadway play, from what I've seen, the shoes kind of burn her feet. I'm not sure how I feel about that being in the movie, but they might change a couple of things to her story, kind of as well. Like I said, they might take inspiration from the Broadway play, but they might make it their own thing. So I kind of like that as well. Also, she's very happy, as you can see, because she's floating in the air as well from a wheelchair, so that's also really cool. It reminds me a bit of Peter Pan. You can fly, you can fly, you can fly. So they're obviously giving that, Peter Pan stylistic thing as well, which is really cool as well. So obviously, you've got Nessibros, and she's wearing the iconic shoes, which are now silver. I wish they were still red, but I like this idea that they put in as well. So obviously when they're activated, they glow red. I'm like, yes, thank you, because I don't like that they're silver. Like, they look like Cinderella shoes, like I said, my last Wicked reactions as well. So yeah, so there they are. There are the shoes. You can't really see them that well, but she's floating because Alphaba made her float with the red shoes, or silver shoes, glowing red silver shoes. I don't know what you call it, but yeah, but obviously that's from, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how they're going to, make this death scene happen to Nessibros, so we'll see. Because obviously you get the idea she gets collapsed by Dorothy's house because Dorothy lands in. So we'll see how that's interpreted here. But obviously and then because in the Wizard of Oz Glinda gives the shoes to Dorothy. Okay, so they're the red iconic shoes from the original movie. So she dabs in as well while she's walking down the yellow brick road. So they gave her the ruby shoes that were a gift originatedly to Nessarose. Okay. They should have gone to Alphaba. I don't know why that was, but oh well, it is what it is, I guess. But usually the eldest child gets a gift from their parents than the youngest child, so I'm not sure why the dad would give Nessarose the shoes that her mother wore, basically. I'm not sure why, but it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah, very, very exciting stuff. Now, there's a couple of spoilers, so if you don't want to see spoilers, skip this part of the video right now. I'll give you a sec to, think about that. But, anyway, I'm going to talk about spoilers now if you have not skipped this part yet. So we have, I can't believe they revealed this in the trailer. I actually don't know how I feel about it personally, but I guess I kind of needed to get people more excited, because these are the only new shots in the trailer. All the others, there's a couple of new shots, but most of them are exactly the same. And also the music is exactly the same. So they've got to really promote the music for this movie if people want to see this movie in theaters as well. So yeah, so you got the Tin Man. I can't believe they revealed the Tin Man as well. I think I know who that is, but I won't spoil for you if you haven't read the Wikipedia on the Wicked page, because I when I was doing my review for Wicked, I decided to look up Nessarose and her story, and they're going to obviously I play it by book, basically, like play it by story because of the Wizard of Oz. So that's also interesting. But yeah, so I know who that is, but I won't say who it is. The background looks like Glinda's place, but I don't know. No spoilers, but does Nessarose turn him into the Tin Man? She might. That's my theory. That's all I'll say. No spoilers, but I think she might. Let's see what happens there, because I'm curious how these, transformations happen between the Tin Man. We'll get to Scarecrow a little bit later on. I'm curious to see how this goes, but yeah. But it's like, what have you done to me? So maybe, I'm not sure. They might change. I don't know. We'll see who transforms these people into, non-people, let's just say, as well. So you got the Cowardly Lion. We know his story from the first movie, so he looks fantastic. CGI-wise, is perfect. He looks really, really good. I wonder if he talks. Will they make the Cowardly Lion talk? If he's a CGI lion now? I'm not sure. We'll see. Maybe they could do some really cool Cowardly Lion effects. That'd be pretty cool. So we'll see what's going on there. And then obviously we've got this really spoiler shot of Alphaba. I know who that is, but I won't spoil for you if you don't want any spoilers, but I think I know who that is. At first I was like, because the quote from my teaser, I was like, oh, I know who that is, because that's from earlier. I won't say who it is, but you know what I mean. You know who I mean if you've seen the trailer as well. So yeah, at first I was like, oh, is that his hair? But no, it's actually hay. Interesting. I'm curious to see what's going on here. So, does Alphaba turn this person into a scarecrow? I'm not sure, because that's from the same. I guess they're making some things from the Broadway play, taking that into this movie. But is that from the Broadway play? Maybe. I'm not sure. But we'll see what's going on there, because Alphaba obviously has his hand over his cheek. So we'll see what's going on there. And then, no surprise, we have Dorothy, but we don't see her face as well. Like, what? Like, this is the final trailer. At least reveal Dorothy. Maybe they'll save it for the movie, but it doesn't make any sense to me that they would reveal all the other characters except for the main one, which is Dorothy. And it's weird that she's in the doll line, but not revealed in the trailers just yet. Maybe she'll be in the movie. Someone said it might be like, I'm not sure if Dorothy's in the actual Broadway play, to be honest. But someone said she might be an idea, but I'm like, how are you going to make that work? Because Dorothy's a part of the story. Like, I guess it's more focused on Glinda and Alphaba and all the other people, citizens of Oz. But, yeah, but you can't have, like, a house collapse on Nessarose, basically, and, she's gone like an instant. Like, there was a TV spot I saw of her back, And that's all we saw. We didn't see, her face at all. It's ridiculous. Like, they have to at least give me, like, one snippet of Dorothy. That's all I'm saying. If you don't do that, then we're going to have a big problem as well. Because Dorothy is vital and integral to the story as a whole. So why won't you have her revealed in this trailer? It's actually pointless, to be honest with you. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, not having a Dorothy tease is not okay. No, she has to be. If they wait until the movie and reveal it, that I can understand that. But if they don't reveal in the movie, then that's going to be very, very that's not going to be good for the story, because Dorothy is evolved around this Oz place, because she comes in with the tornado. If we see the back of her, I'm like, what the heck is the point? Like, we see her talking to the wizard with all the other characters. We see them, but why not? Why don't we see Dorothy? That does not make any sense to me at all whatsoever. So we'll see. It's sad I didn't get to see Dorothy. I would have loved to see what she looked like. We kind of talked about in my last trailer about her a bit with the hair and stuff. As well, or maybe they're worried revealing that because Judy Garland did such a good job in the anime, not in the anime one. Maybe they're worried because Judy Garland did a really good job in the original Wizard of Oz in 1939. So maybe they're kind of worried about that. But yes, if we're not going to see her in the TV spots, I would love to see a reveal in the movie. If they don't reveal her in the movie, I'm going to be so upset, because I love Dorothy. I love Judy Garland. As well, people say it looked like Judy Garland with the glasses off. So yeah, so it'd be pretty disappointing if she's not in this movie. Like, I understand why she's in the dolls, but not revealed here. It's weird. It's a weird concept. Hopefully they'll change my mind. So that's my thoughts on Wicked for Good. What do you think? As always, guys, make sure to like, subscribe to Miller's Mixed Media, guys.